Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. And today's workout is going to be a full workout. I've already warmed up a little bit. I would say this is a great workout to do after you've gone for a walk or run or hike or bike ride. But do some kind of warm up. And what we'll need today are a set of heavy weights, maybe 10 pounds, a set of lighter weights, like 2 to 3 pounds. If you've got either an exercise ball, one of these big guys, or actually a chair will work fine if you have a folding chair. I'm going to show you a couple things with the chair, but you can, and the exercise ball, you can do them on either one. So we're going to start out, actually for our little bit of our warm up, we'll start out with some core work. So go ahead and lie on your back, and got this sheet behind me. Thank you to my friend Petra for saying it would help to have a clear background. And we'll do 30 seconds on each of these. And so the first one are just tucks, single leg tucks. So we'll extend one leg out and then the other. Just keep doing this for 30 seconds. Remember to breathe, exhale, inhale, and then exhale. And as much as you can, reach for the bottom of the bent leg. Top leg is just extended a few inches off the floor. Try to keep your chest lifted, not so much hugging here, releasing. Keep lifting through your chest. And then that was 30 seconds, and then the next one, we're gonna do our extending the leg straight up and reach up for the ankle if you can. If you can't reach the ankle, reach something. The higher you can reach up, the better. Just keep breathing, breathing. Got 5 more seconds here. And then last set are some bicycles. And again, remember, we want to bring the elbow to the knee, not the knee to the elbow. So try to keep your knee pretty much over the hip. Breathing. Five more seconds. And take a little break. Breathe here. Just gotta close my headphones. And here we go, guys. Nice 15-second break. One more set. Hugging in, keeping the chest lifted. Notice if you round through the upper back, try to keep that upper back lifted. Second set is always a little harder. Go for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Then we go to the extended legs. You can always take a break, pause the video. Last 5 here. And now bicycles. Head is just resting in the hands, really using the core to lift, drawing the elbow, the outside of the knee. Five more seconds. And release. Take a little breather. Extend the legs long, arms long. And then come on back. So the next set we're gonna do are single leg bridges. So for these, and you can do double leg. Single leg is gonna add a little more oomph. We're going to set up for bridge pose. If feet are about hip distance apart. If this causes you any low back problems, you can take your legs wider. That'll be harder with your single leg. And then the arms alongside the body, kind of roll the shoulder blades underneath you. You're gonna keep your gaze at the ceiling for these, so if you need to watch me, sit up and watch me first and then go ahead and do them. So we're gonna press into the right heel and extend the left leg, either even with your right leg, or you can take it to the ceiling. I like to kind of vary it. It's a little harder, I think, even. And we'll just hold it for 5 seconds, and then we'll release down. We'll lift up and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. We're gonna do 10 of these on each side. Really, you'll feel that right glute engage. And then lower, lift up. This is number 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. This is number 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Go ahead and switch sides. Same thing. Here we go. Set it up. Lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. You really feel these in your glute. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And 4. Really lifting up through the hip. Feel it also in the quad. I feel it there too. And down. And this is 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. You'll notice if you lift up, this is 6, lift a little bit higher if you can. Really press into that heel of the foot on the floor. And down. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. So this next one you're going to really like because it kind of helps stretch out the glutes a little. It's another little core work. It's a figure 4 crunch. So slide your left ankle over your right knee, taking your hands behind your head. You're going to just kind of crunch up to the side. So you lift your hips, you lift your leg, and turn to the left. Exhale as you lift up. Do 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And go ahead and switch sides. I kind of like those, kind of stretches out the glute and the hip a little bit. Other side now. Exhale as you lift. 2. Kind of bringing both elbows towards the knee. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Next thing we're going to do are side planks with a clamshell. So you're going to come to your forearm. You're going to line up your knees, your hips with your elbow and kind of lift up to your knees. Okay, and then from here, so you've got the plank in the upper body, and then the clamshell we're just going to open and close. So we're going to stay here for 10 of these clamshells. Keep pressing away from the floor with the forearm. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so these are kind of more to that activation work that we did in one of the first videos. Some of these are helping to warm you up, activate, as well as give you a little bit of strength workout. And then we'll come to the second side, so go ahead and lift up. And then you just kind of clamshell, open and close. 3, 4, 5, 6. So you'll feel this a little bit in your side body because it's a little bit of a side plank, and probably just starting to warm up a little bit in the outer hips. 8, 9, and 10. All right, we're gonna come back actually and do another set of those single leg bridges. I know those are fun. So here we go, guys. Starting on the right side, set it up. Shoulders rolled underneath you a little bit. Engage the core as always. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lift and hold 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 4, keep pressing into that grounded foot. 4, 5, and release. And 5. Sometimes I have to scooch myself back together a little. 3, 4, 5, and release. We push and hold for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And 7. Really press through the whole foot. Notice how it differs if you press more into the heel or the whole foot. And then I think this is 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. And last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Ooh, that glute starts to burn. I know it. Okay, here we go. Second side, guys. This is it. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. We'll count down this time. 9. Feel that nice pressure. Push it up. 4, 5, and release. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Exhale as you push up. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Last 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift it up and release. Hug it in. Whoo! So from here, we're gonna move back to those Pilates core. Just one more set. Kind of again, stretching out the glutes, stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. So here we go, 30 seconds. First, single leg tuck. Keeping that core engaged, pressing the low back to the floor here. Notice how that helps you really engage the core and protects the back. Coming back now to the
extended lever. Might feel a nice little stretch in the hamstring, back of the leg. After those bridges, don't worry, we'll do another set of those figure 4 crunches too, just to help open that up a little bit. And bicycles. Last 30 seconds. Elbows to the outsides of the knee. Exhaling. Last 5. Great, go ahead and set it on down. Take your breath in and a breath out. Let's do one more set of the figure 4 crunches. So left ankle slides to the outside of the right knee. We'll crunch up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, again, exhaling as you lift, 2, 1. Take the second side. Inhale here, exhale to lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great work, you guys. If you want to take a little stretch out. From here, let's just use one more opportunity for a little core work. We're going to slowly roll up, lifting the arms, lifting everything up. And we'll come back to those side plank clamshells. And if you wanted to add a little bit more, you can add a resistance band. Remember, we had these little bands from the first video. If you have them and want to put them around above your knees, you could always do that. Sliding it back onto your forearm, lifting everything up, keeping the feet together, and then maybe you have a band or maybe you don't. It's okay either way. You gotta re-scooch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you could always do the clamshells without the side plank too, if you just want to do those. Kind of getting into the outer hip a little bit. Now I'll do the second side 10 times on this side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okie doke. Woo! Okay. So, I think we're pretty warm. The only other thing we want to kind of warm up a little bit is our upper body, shoulders, and arms, because we're going to be doing a little bit of arm work. So, if you either have a chair, you can use the chair, or you can use the exercise ball. Okay? So either one, you're going to just use this as a something to hold on to. And I'll show you with the chair, in case you have the chair. And hold on to the back of the chair. Just going to let this arm kind of swing back and forth. And these are exercises you could do really any time, 3 times a day, every day. Just kind of keep some mobility in your shoulder. You're going to swing it a few times forward and back. Make some little circles one way, about 10 times each side, each way, and then the other way. It's not like you don't have to be super duper precise. You just want to keep things going. Okay, that's still recording. I lose you guys? Yep. Okay. And then side to side. You might have to scooch back from the chair a little bit. And then you'll just do the other side. So you can just flip the chair around. I'll just come to the other side so you can see me better. Again, forward and back. And I'm not like really leaning on the chair, just kind of letting my upper arm rest there, and then circles one direction. And circles the other direction, and this has always a good chance to engage the core, lift up through the low belly area. And then side to side. And just generating maybe a little bit of heat in that shoulder joint. Also probably warming up a little bit into the back, across the upper back, which is what we're going to be working on next. So for the next one, I would say grab a heavier weight. I'm going to use a 10-pounder. We're going to do a single arm row. So couple options here. One is, well, all of them, if you'd like, is to have the leg up in the air behind you. Turn your toes facing the floor, and you can either put your hand on the chair or the ball, or you can let go of the chair and hold your hand on your hip. You're going to row up. Chair is there to catch you if you need it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then come back down. So you notice how it really works the glute of the leg that's lifted. And go to the other side. Again, you can use the chair. You can have your hand on the chair. And you can always use it there, like even just kind of fingertips on it, just for a little bit of stability, or you can be using that extra ball or nothing. I like to use it just to start, to get my leg nice and high, really engage through that glute. Engage through the core. And then we're really working through the upper back, just pulling the elbow back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And then what we're going to transition right into are sidearm raises. So you can either do these standing up, which I kind of like. You can sit in the chair, you can sit on the ball. You can do one arm at a time. So I'm going to do one arm at a time because I kind of like to really focus in on that arm. 4, 5, keeping the core nice and strong and engaged. 6, pressing the shoulder down, really drawing the shoulder blades together and back. I can't really show you that well here. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Last thing we're going to do are some push-ups. So options on the push-ups are to do, again, do them on the chair. You can turn the chair this way. For these push-ups, we're going to do a Yogi Push-Up. So your elbows are going to come to the back, not to the outside. So you can actually hold on to the chair, kind of come into a plank. And then you're going to draw your elbows back. Inhale as you go down. Exhale as you go up. Inhale down. Exhale up. This is 4, 9, and 10. Woo! Okay, since we're here, why not some mountain climbers? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like to mix it up a little bit. Okay, back to the single arm rows. This time I'll demonstrate it with the ball. I'll do the whole thing with the ball and show you some options in case you've got the ball and want to use it. So again, single arm row. You can use the ball to sort of help you with your balance as you get set up. Lift, whoops, move the chair out of the way. Extend the left or right leg, sorry, behind you. I'm holding the same weight, same leg. And then 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep the core nice and strong. 7. Feel like you're pressing the back heel away from you. 9 and 10. All right. Second side. These are really good for a lot of multiple body parts working here, exercise. So again, get set up, strong core, and then lift. If you need to feel more comfortable resting your fingertips on the ball, you can do that. Keep lifting that back leg. 4, 5. Again, you're like standing on the wall behind you. Toes, if you can, face the floor. That's 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. And now our lat raise, and you can always also, an option is to sit on the ball and do them like this. 1, 1, 2, 2. So you notice I have a little bend in my elbow. I'm like pushing up with the wrist and the elbow. 5, sitting nice and tall. Notice sometimes whether you're sitting or standing, you might start to hinge at your hip waist. You want to stay nice and tall. And really, as you come up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And 10. All right. Okay, last thing would be our Chaturanga Push-Ups, I call them. And you can do these on the floor, so especially if you're a yogi, you know these. And you'll be drawing the elbows behind you. So we're doing our Chaturanga Push-Ups. You can do them on the floor. You can come back to the chair. I'm going to go ahead and do them on the chair. I actually think they're a little more challenging on the chair, but either way. So if you're going to do them on the chair, you're going to hold the edges of the chair or the floor. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbows are going back. 5, 6, 7. Whoo! You can also come down to your knees. 8, 9, and 10. And then our mountain climbers, why not? We're here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, okay. Next thing we're going to do are some squats. So, again, you can use the chair or the ball. And what these are going to do is just kind of be a guide for you for how low to go. Go ahead and pick up your weights. And we will scooch them out of the way. Stand tall. I'm holding the weights with my palms facing in, feet about shoulder a little wider apart. Sitting down, tap the chair. Sit down, tap the chair. 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, your knees are going out over your, in front of your ankles, but behind your toes, towards your toes. So 8, I think 9, 10. Go ahead and hold for 10. So I'm not sitting on the chair, I'm just right next to it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Go ahead and stand up. All right. Whew, last little set we're going to do here with the overhead press. Again, you could sit on the chair, you could sit on the ball, or you can stand tall. Whatever really allows you to stay really engaged through your core. This set of overhead presses, I'll scooch back so you can see me better. We're going to, again, go ahead and do single arm. So you can set one weight down to the floor. We're going to take one arm out to the side, holding the weight in the other arm, pushing it straight up. Straight up. 2, again, really strong core. 3, 4, staying nice and tall. 5, 6, 7, the shoulders drop away from the ears. 8, 9, 10. Second side. Woo. 1. And if you're using I'm using a heavier weight, if you want to use a lighter weight, do a few more reps. So you feel like you're really working into that muscle, not overworking it, but getting something out of it. 5, 6, 7 is exhaling as you push up. 8, shoulder blades draw together. 9, core lifts. 10. Woo! Okay, let's come back to our squats. Again, you can use the chair or not. The chair is moved away, so I'm going to keep it away for now. And standing up, I should say, nice and tall, lifting through the core, and the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. I'll turn this way too so you can see. Inhale, lower. So I'm hinging at my hip, keeping my waist long. Sitting back into the heels, but letting the knees come forward a little bit. Really starting to feel this in the glute. Let's do a couple more here. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. Let's go down and hold this one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come on up. Back to our shoulder press. Again, find a nice, strong stance. Lift through the core. This time we're going to take the elbow, instead of having it wide, we'll bring it in. So we'll kind of vary it a little bit. Push it up. Little variety. Draw the shoulder blades together. 2. Pushing up 3. Pushing up 4. Pushing up 5. Pushing up 6. Standing tall. 7. Feel the weight in your feet, all 4 corners of your feet. 8. 9. 10. And then the second side. Pushing up 1. Straight up. 2. Really feel that core engage. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. So a couple more little things we're going to do here. One is for our backs. I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll come into Superman. So we'll come back to the chair in a second. But come on down to your mat. Lie face down. Let your forehead come to the floor. For these first ones, we're going to start with our hands alongside our bodies. So instead of out in front of you, draw them back. So your toes are fingertips are facing your toes. It's kind of like the yoga setup. Lift one leg at a time. Kind of roll the inner thigh towards the skies just to help you get set up. Draw your low belly up without tilting your pelvis. So keep your pelvis neutral, which means there's a little curve in your back. Draw the low belly up. Draw the shoulder blades together. Maybe that means you just come to the fingertips. Press the tops of your feet into the mat so you're super strong. We're going to lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Exhale, lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Low belly lifts up. Exhale, lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. This is 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Take a break if you need to. Really maintain a good form. Lift through the low belly. Lift and hold. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. 2 more. 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Last one. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Take your hands alongside your shoulders. Just start to peel your upper body off the mat. Come into like a cobra. And then release back into a child's pose. Let the low back stretch out a little bit. Hopefully you didn't feel that too much in your low back. If you did, a couple options are to not come up as high or to just lift your upper body. You'll still get good strength workout there. Or even just to think about lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. Instead of scrunching up, you're kind of lengthening everything. Hopefully those help a little bit. Okay, we'll come into some stretching, and so I'm going to do the stretching, and then I thought I might throw in a couple other things if you'd like. So for the stretching, I'm going to actually take my shoes off. Let your feet stretch, your toes stretch a little bit, and that will feel good. So from all fours, we'll first come in to thread the needle, coming into all fours, and go ahead and inhale and open. Right arm towards the sky, thread the needle, let your upper back release against the floor. Remember, you can fingertip walk, this left arm out, can feel really good. Breathe here. Draw the left hand underneath you. Inhale, open the right arm again. And then the other side, inhale and open, exhale and thread it on through. And this right arm can stay right here, or you can fingertip walk your arm in front. So really stretch here to the upper back, the side, the shoulder, back of the shoulder that's on the floor. And slide this arm back. Stretch out the abs a little bit. Did some good core work. Taking the elbows underneath the shoulders into Sphinx Pose. Feel like you're drawing the mat towards you. Again, if this causes a pinch in your low back, come out of the pose a little bit. You can even come down and slide your elbows wide. If your back is good, you can even come up to seal, straightening the elbows. And then release it all the way back down. So from here, we'll do a little quad stretch. Bend one leg and reach behind. Grab the ankle or the foot, let your forehead come to your front arm. And just draw the heel in. Breathe here. Let that front quad just relax and release. And then go to the other side. And release. One other stretch I like to do is actually a yoga pose, bow pose. So it stretches the whole front of the body. So you're going to start like you were with your, this time you're going to hold both ankles, kind of walk the feet in a little bit, and start to push your feet into your hands. That's going to lift you up a little bit and opens the fronts of the shoulders. Take another inhale. Exhale, go ahead and release down and release back into child's pose again. Whew. And then you can even just use child's pose as a really nice stretch for your shoulders by keeping your hands in front of you. Even maybe walking your hands all the way forward so you just come up to your fingertips. And then come on back up and we'll do some hamstring stretches. So if you have a towel or one of your little bands or anything that you want to loop, I happen to have one of these things, strap, but you don't even need a strap, right? You can just hold on to the back of your leg. It's just kind of nice if you have the strap. If you have the strap, just let your arms be heavy, flex that front foot, top foot. And remember, we want the knee straight, so that might mean your leg isn't straight up and down, but it's better to have it like this than to have it like this. So if to have your knees straight, you can't get up straight up and down, that's no big deal. You're just getting the stretch in the hamstring. Let that whole back of the hamstring release. And you can always hold these stretches a little longer. Just pause your video, swap out the feet, or change legs, whichever way you're doing it. Really flex the toes. Just let the leg kind of feel heavy, let the arms feel heavy. And then release that side. A little bit of a hip flexor stretch, just a little bit. You're gonna hug one knee in. The stretch is actually to the hip of the leg that's on the floor. So really press that heel of, I'm hugging in my left leg, my right leg is straight. Rotate the toes so they're towards the ceiling. Tendency is to just let the leg roll out. Rotate the toes so they're towards the ceiling. Feel like you're pressing the inner thigh down and hug the left knee in. And then go ahead and change sides. Press the inner thigh of the left leg down, rotate the left toes up. Then a couple more, we'll just do that figure 4 stretch. So start with both feet on the floor, cross the left ankle over the right, and then over the right knee, and then draw the right knee in. Remember, you can just let the legs be heavy, just let this be enough, let your upper body release and open. Or you can reach through that little hole and let your hands, lace your fingers on top of your knee or behind your knee. And again, just letting like your arms feel heavy, kind of broaden the collarbone. Soften your face. Remember, this is play. It's good for you, but it's play. And then uncross your legs and take it to the other side. So starting maybe first with no hands. Feeling that nice broadened collarbone. Maybe staying there or going a little deeper if you'd like. Especially, just notice if you can still maintain that nice openness in your collarbone. Softness in your face. And then a twist will feel really nice, I think, right now. So taking both feet, again, like we were going to do one of those single leg bridges, but we won't. Lift and shift your hips a couple inches to the right. And then draw your knees in and let them drop off to the left. So my right shoulder is pressed to the floor. So if your right shoulder is coming off the floor, take your right hand and just lay it on your side. But if you can keep your arm extended, you'll also get a nice stretch through the front of the shoulder on the right side. You can even take this left hand and let it rest on the outside of your right knee and kind of spiral more towards the right. Think though of lengthening the spine, not so much just rotating. And then extend both hands and then press into your palms to draw your knees back up and set them back down to the floor. And then lift and shift your hips a couple inches off center towards the left. Draw the knees in and take them off to the right. We do that just so that you'll notice now when we turn, our spine is more in one line. Again, now my left shoulder is pressed to the floor. I can take my right hand and rest it on the outside of my left knee. I can begin to even spiral more towards the left. Real nice spinal rinse. These are great to do really anytime. And then press both palms into the floor and draw the knees back up. Hug your knees in. And even rock and roll forward all the way up. Great work, everybody. I'm going to just add a little bonus. And I won't do all of them, but I'm just going to show you some options in a chair for some chair core work. So, especially if you're at your desk, these are kind of nice to do. And they are something you can do during the day. So the first one we're going to do is just to start to find the core. So sit up nice and tall, like you're in your desk chair, taking your hands right at your hip points. You'll feel them. Come in just a little bit. So here's the hip bones. You're going to walk your fingertips in a little bit and draw. Feel how when you draw your navel kind of in and up. So you're not just curving, you're kind of lifting up. You'll feel those muscles engage. So we're going to hold that for 10 seconds. Believe it or not, it's only been 5. Mm-hmm. And then you'll take a little rest. And you can do those 10 times. So that was one of them. The other one is the isometric push. I think we did this in one of the videos. But you can do this in your chair. So you're going to take your hands, palms to your knees. Again, sitting up tall. I'm going to try to press my knees up into my palms, and I'm going to resist with my palms pushing into my knees, and I'm going to feel that core engage. Again, we'll hold this for 10 seconds. So that was 10 seconds. You can always hold it for 20 or 30. So I would do 10 of these, 10 seconds each. You can do 2 or 3 of the isometric holds, and then the last one is an oblique twist. So I'm going to take my right hand to the outside of my left knee. I'm going to just take my left hand behind me or next to me on my chair. I'm going to lift up. I'm going to start to turn, but I'm going to resist the turn with this left hand on the outside of my right knee. So I'm not just twisting, I'm trying to twist. Again, back to that isometric. I'm pressing my left hand into my right hand into my left knee and my left knee into my left hand. And again, I'll hold for 10 seconds. And always be nice and tall here. So there's a lot going on here in the obliques. and then I'm gonna turn and take it to the other side. So my left hand goes to the outside of my right knee. I'm gonna sit up nice and tall. My right hand is kind of behind me or next to me. I'm gonna start to turn, but I'm gonna resist by pressing, trying to draw my left hand towards me, but pressing into my left hand with my right knee. And then release. So you can do those, again, that was 10 seconds on each side. Maybe a little seated cat-cow to release things out. So just a little bit of bonus work here while you're in your chair at work. Probably best to do when you can take a little break so you can really concentrate, focus on the muscles you're stretching. Have a great day.